Hello, 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 everyone. How are you today? Happy Sunday. Nice to see you here on episode 12 already of Activating the Witch Within. I am Tanya James. I'm a transformational catalyst, energy healer, and just love helping people transform their lives. So, some of the themes that have been coming up this week have been around really releasing, trying to force things to happen, really trying to, that trusting that the universe has our back, trusting that we have the answers within. Hi, Joanne. Trusting that we can create the lives that we want to create. So when I am working with clients, I take them through very deep processes. And one of the first things that we do is ground them into the earth, and also to align with their oneness with the sun, all of creation, and in with the earth. And when I do the earth part, I remind them that, we are co-creators with earth. We get to consciously choose through our choices the life that we create, that we're creating, and our desires. And through our conscious choices, we get to make that happen. So what happens is we make a choice like, hey, I want this. I want, to bring this in. I want to manifest this, whatever it is that we're bringing in. And then we're like waiting for it to show up. Okay, is it here yet? Is it, well, where is it? And if you've studied law of attraction at all, and know some pieces of manifesting, one of the most important things is calling in what we want and then letting it go and waiting for it to arrive. So it's really easy to do this with little things. So even if we say, hey, I want to see more of this number today, or I want to see this type of bird, or I want to see something really light and simple, then it just kind of shows up and we don't even question it. It's like, oh, yay, thank you. I asked for that and it came through. But when the desires are big, like calling in a new job or a new home or a soulmate or, the aligned relationship, then we're waiting around. Okay, it's not here yet. It's not here yet. Where is it? When's it going to show up? When's it going to show up? And when we let our thinking space come in, we get to that place of, not allowing it to happen. And it's like that forceful energy, like, I'm going to make this happen. I've got to make this happen. I've got to do it. I got to do it. And what happens when we run that energy is we're actually blocking ourselves from being able to receive it because we're holding on too tight. I don't know if you've ever heard of the monkey and the coconut analogy, where they trap monkeys by putting a coconut in a hole, and the monkey will put his hand in the hole to pull out the coconut, and the hole's not big enough at the end for the coconut to come through, and the trapper comes and grabs the monkey because it's sitting there holding the coconut, trying to get the coconut out. And if the monkey would have just dropped the coconut, it could have ran away, but it wants that coconut. So it's like, I'm going to hold on to this coconut. But I think that's a great analogy of what we do. We ask for what we want. We drop the coconut in, and then we, are sitting there trying to pull it out instead of allowing it to come in and to come to us. So, how do we do this? How do we let go of the coconut? How do we let go of, forcing things to happen, doing in order for them to happen, and trust and release and let go? So any ideas, anyone watching? How do you do it? What's one way that you release attachment to outcomes and go into trust? And if anybody who's watching wants to chime in on ways that you do that, I would love to expand on your ideas. One of the things that I do, and I have a couple of areas right now personally that have been really challenging. It's been a very challenging week. It has to do with custody and my kids, and it's a big deal, and it's really pulls on my heartstrings, and it's a really challenging situation. And, I wanted what I wanted with this yesterday. And yes, have faith that it's going to happen. And so, when we really want that thing, we want to, do everything in our power to make it so. And in this particular area, I've had to really, really, really exercise trust muscles in ways that I would probably rather not have to exercise trust muscles. But it's like, trusting the universe has my back, trusting that it's all going to work out for highest and best good. So that is kind of the mantra that I'm using in this particular, situation with myself personally. Yes, and my unfortunately my tendency is to hold on to the hope. Well, and it's okay to hope. You can hold on to hope, but you can still let go of the coconut, right? It's that holding on so close and like putting so much energy into, I'll be happy when this is resolved. I'll be more peaceful when all of these things are in place. I will be, fill in the blank of when we put our future happiness in front of us or outside of us until these things line up and are the way that they are meant to be. And, I'm really being tested in this area big time in this particular, area around my kids, and just like, okay, I trust that all is unfolding for the highest and best good. I trust that everyone involved has their own soul contract, they have their own life plan, and that all I can do is me and hold space for everyone around me to, be able to be the fullest expression of themselves, and that what is for the highest and best for all concerned is, gonna happen. And just let go and trust. And also, I woke up this morning crying about it and just letting those tears go, letting them flow, and saying, and not holding on to the outcome being the determination of if I'm going to have a good day or not. Like, okay, I release the tears, I let it go, I trust, I allow, I release, and I know everything is unfolding for my highest and best good. Even when my mind wants to come in and say, no, it's not, this is awful, this is terrible, and that's the mind's job. The mind's job is to keep us safe. It's to figure everything out and analyze all of these pieces, and, our soul's job. And one way I like to think of it is, our left and right hands work together. The left and right side of our brains work together. Our divine masculine and divine feminine, in theory, are balanced and working together. Well, when we can balance our 3D physical self that has to, get in the car and go get groceries and go to work and do the things that we do, when we can balance that 3D aspect of ourselves with the highest aspect of ourselves as this timeless, amazing, awesome being, we're letting our left and right hands work together. We're integrating those parts, and not to see our higher selves as separate from us, but that's just our non-physical nature that gets to come in and do magic and give us insights and, really help fill our heart with the unconditional love that we are, that we came from, and to help quiet that mind who wants to overthink, who wants to overanalyze and figure everything out. And a lot of times the most challenging things in the world are not what we figure out. We're not able to figure it out. It's like Einstein said, you can't solve the problem at the level of the problem. So when you're sitting there trying to figure something out, you're actually stopping the process instead of just letting go, releasing, and trusting the universe. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't do aligned action. That doesn't mean that you're, sitting there on the couch waiting, okay, I'm going to let this all resolve on itself. It just means that you go and do something else. You can kind of take your mind off of that thing that's kind of pulling your energy or pulling you to look at it and say, you know what, I'm going to let that go and I'm going to go do something creative instead, or I'm going to go for a walk, or I'm going to go outside, just kind of shake it up a little bit and start to look at it from another perspective. So I think I was thinking of doing a little transmission around this if everyone would like, and just, a transmission for embodying trust, a transmission for, releasing these attachments. I'm getting the thumbs up. Okay. Releasing these attachments to the outcomes, and knowing that the more we are able to release, to align with our higher selves and to trust, the easier these kind of challenges, let's call them, are able to kind of work themselves out. And as we're calling in what we want and calling in our desires, that we're trusting that they're already here and that they're already coming. So we'll just go ahead, and the energy's running. You can see my pendulum going nuts here. And just kind of, I invite you to close your eyes and arrive in this now moment, letting go of 5 minutes ago, letting go of this morning, of yesterday, and all yesterdays. Letting go of the future, of tomorrow, of next week, and just arriving in this now moment and agreeing with your oneness with this now moment. The past and the future aren't real. The past has already happened, and the future is yet to be. And just really agreeing and aligning with the magic of this moment and the series of moments that we call life. I invite you to breathe in the sun through the top of your head, aligning and allowing that spark of creation to come down through your crown, through your central channel, all the way down out the bottoms of your feet, and connecting to your grid point in the center of Mother Earth. And then breathing up this energy of Mother Earth, bringing up this divine co-creation and oneness with co-creating with Earth, that we are one with Earth, that you are one with Earth. And through your choices, we get to create the life that we want. You get to create in alignment with all life. And I see these as scrolls that drop in, and they have light language written on them. They have symbols. And a scroll is coming down right now of trust and landing right into your heart now. Trusting that all is well. Trusting that we have our answers. Trusting that the universe has our back. Trusting that we are never late and that we are right on time. And that we can lighten up on ourselves. This scroll is helping to activate within you that sense of self-acknowledgement, self-appreciation, self-love, that you can let go and trust, that you can really, really let go. And if you have a situation or a challenge that you're currently dealing with, I know the one that I have, I invite you to imagine that a box appears in front of you. And the box can be any shape, it can be any size, it can be any color. And I just invite you to place inside of the box this particular challenge. I'm going to do that with my challenge. And then we're having Metatron is coming in and helping with the box. Kuan Yin is here. Isis is here. Archangel Michael and Raphael are here as well. And they're just helping to hold the space of this box and for you to put this particular challenge in it and be okay with putting it in there, that it's safe. And now that it's full, you can do one of two things with it. So you can put it on a tree across the street or down the street at your favorite park, your childhood home, whatever tree comes to mind, you can just plant that box on a tree. Or you can alternatively choose to hand it to Archangel Raphael. And Archangel Raphael will take it and send it up into the 12th and higher dimensions. So it's up to you where you'd like to put it. Sometimes it feels better to have it close. So if you want to go get it down from the tree, you can. And you might be just really ready to let it go. I'm going to have Archangel Raphael take mine. And go take it up to the 12th dimension. And then in the space that is being opened with this off of your shoulders, we're going to fill this space with peace. We're going to fill this space with self-love. We're going to fill this space with fulfillment. We're going to fill this space with trust. We're going to fill this space with self-acknowledgement, self-empowerment. And there is another scroll that's coming down for personal power, landing right into your solar plexus, activating your soul's mission, activating your magic, activating the essence and the spark that you came here to express, and reminding you that it's safe to be who you came here to be. It's safe for you to shine. It's safe for you to be the authentic expression of you. And it's safe to own your power, and helping to seal up any places where you've given your power away, removing all people, places, things that are not your energy to leave your field now. This is anything and everything, except if you have children under 18, they get to stay in. But everything else, leave your system now. And then calling in all parts of you throughout all time and space, throughout all dimensions and planes, to come back into you now. Any soul fragments, any places where you gave your power away, calling you back, calling you back, calling you back. Fully recalibrated to the highest vibrational frequency of love and light for your highest and best good. Calling you in, calling you in. And then sealing up, seeing Archangel Michael come in and really just sealing up your aura, sealing up all of the places that your energy was leaking, perhaps all of the places where you were doubting yourself, all of the places where you felt like you don't have the answers. You have the answers. And just sealing up all of these places in your aura. And it's safe to let these parts go. There's some energy here where it's like, no, I don't want to let this go. You know, and that's okay, and that's fine. But just be conscious, is keeping this in my field bringing me closer to my joy or further away from my joy? As I just see that Joy just joined us. Perfect timing, Joy. You know, just that, you know, I invite my clients to think of decision making all the time, and that capacity as this is holding on to this bringing me closer to my joy or further away from my joy. Is it's safe to let it go. If it's not your energy, it's safe to let it go. And for this transmission, I'm going to ask for the energy to run for you until it's complete, for your highest and best good, and with ease and grace. So for some of you, that'll integrate right away. For others, it might take a couple of days just for the energy to be able to integrate in a way that's gonna, be very chill and mellow. All the work that I do, I like it to be very gentle and avoiding healing crises and that kind of thing from trying to do too much at once. So I want to thank the archangels for being with us today. Thank Kuan Yin, thank Isis, thank your higher selves. Thank you for showing up and for going through the challenges and the striving and everything that you have gone through to get to this now moment, and just really seeing and believing that the best is yet to come. That's hope. That's faith, is knowing that our best days are ahead of us and knowing that we have the answers within us to manifest those best days in front of us. So for anyone watching who just experienced that process, thank you very much. If you have any questions before I wrap up here, go ahead and type those in and I will answer those. And if you're just joining us now, I just did a process on bringing in trust, releasing attachments, and really knowing in our heart of hearts that we have the answers within us and that we can let go and, step into our next with joy and excitement, with faith. Barbara says, thank you, and all the beings of light and the ascended masters and angels for guiding me to this session today. Oh, well, I'm so glad that you were here with us and that you were able to hop on, and more is always coming. More is always coming. Wow, felt like that. And Joanne says, wow, felt that in my heart chakra as soon as you started the meditation. Yeah, great. Yes, life has a way of shutting our hearts down. Have you noticed? Life has a way of, getting us in that worry space and in that doubt space. And from there, our hearts, sometimes kind of get a little scared. Like, oh, it's not safe to open anymore because every time I open it up, something happens and it shrinks and then it opens. But the truth is that the spark in our heart is massive. We have, universes literally living inside of us. We're electrical beings, we're magnetic beings, we're light beings, even if all we see is the, physical me that's in front of the mirror. And remembering that it's okay to open our hearts. It's okay. So a mantra that I like using for my heart chakra is just, I deserve to love myself unconditionally. I can love myself unconditionally. I am loving myself unconditionally, and I'm so very grateful I'm loving myself unconditionally. And that's just, one way you can do that in the mirror. You can do that if you're feeling a little closed down, and just like opening up to that unconditional love that is available to all of us at all times when we take a moment to get in the moment, to get present, to tune into that heart and say, yes, I am love. I am unconditional love. I am unconditional light, and it is safe to express, who I am to the world. And it's safe to see the love that I have for myself in my eyes. And it's safe to desire who I am. It's safe to want to be me. And I am so grateful that I get to be me. So just kind of playing with that energy can really help with that heart chakra opening and continue to open us up more and more to the love and the light that we are. So thanks again for joining me here today. As always, I'm available for consultations to take any of this work deeper. You can shoot me a PM and we can go from there. And you're welcome, Joanne. And until next week, I hope you have a beautiful, magical, amazing week. If you do test out letting some things go, that of something that you're trying to create and trying to bring into you, and today you put it in that box and let it go, I would love to hear your feedback of how that went, and if that thing that you let go of that attachment is comes into your experience in the next week. That would be amazing. So definitely let me know if that happens. Would love to know. Alrighty. Have a great rest of your day and have a beautiful week ahead. And until next time, with much love and light, bye for now.